Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for October the 14th, Thursday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. We will be having a Time for Change health call tomorrow night, Friday, October 15th, 9 p.m. Eastern, Global Guided Meditation Call, and the Reverse Aging Health Call tomorrow night. Allow yourself to drink in nature's gifts today. Sit beneath your favorite tree, listen to the leaves rustle in the wind. Let all your senses come alive. Savor the sweet, simple, healing energy. Be fed its beauty, and the love surrounds each and every one of us. And it's everywhere. Nature is everywhere. Everywhere you look. There is no way to freedom. A way means you have to start from somewhere and arrive somewhere. This is the deception of the mind. You don't have to go anywhere to find freedom. Forget about finding your way, because you're already that which you are seeking. Papaji. Most people have spent lifetimes seeking, yearning, and hoping for that special something to manifest before they can truly relax and be happy. You ever notice that? As people are just waiting, and continually wait. They feel that some unique experience has to happen first in order to find real inner peace. Feel deeply loved, be emotionally whole and healed, to be spiritually free, financially abundant, or exquisitely happy on the inside. This deep unconscious belief is causing all of humanity to suffer each day. We have all completely forgotten how to rest, how to look deep inside and feel into the roots of our deeper spirituality and consciousness that is beneath the mind. The mind exists because of one thing: desire. We have a long list of desires inside. Without these desires, there is no mind. Try it out. See for yourselves. You'll see how even your own mind has become obsessed and addicted to searching and seeking for your own personal thing that will make your life even more perfect than it is. The mind is the ultimate seducer, and it will make you think that when you put in a lot of hard work and effort, then one day you will be done and arrive at the grand destination. Perhaps your mind believes happiness will come in the form of financial freedom, the ultimate lover, or a perfect relationship, the winning lotto ticket, your dream vacation, a better home, your ideal body, or spiritual enlightenment. Whatever the mind is desiring, it thinks that once you achieve that desire and arrive, then its job is finished. The reality is, it is happy for a few moments, and then mysteriously it starts wanting something else. And the mind is so used to wanting and feeding from the fire of desire that it doesn't know any other route to find happiness. The truth is there is no end to this spiritual journey. And as long as the mind is in charge, we will never find inner peace. Happiness is freedom from the desiring mind. The mind is a skilled, slippery con artist who is constantly keeping you away from happiness. It is working all the time like a desiring machine, which only knows three things: wanting, wanting, and more wanting. The mind turned inwards is the self turned outwards. It becomes the age or the ego in all the world of Manmarisha. It's super ironic that the mind is constantly searching for something that will cause it to stop searching. Deep down, it truly wants to be satisfied, yet it doesn't realize how simple it is. It would be deeply embarrassed to find out that all its years of constant wishing and hoping and trying to satisfy itself is what's responsible for every experience of being unfulfilled. The mind is totally unaware that when all wanting stops, deep fulfillment instantly comes in. If you find yourself constantly entangled in a web of never-ending desires throughout the day, you've simply become a desire addict. There's just been a little habit installed in your software that causes you to love wanting things all day long. This is just a temporary phase on the path to enlightenment. You can unplug from this mindset without therapy or drugs. It is possible. It just takes a bigger burning desire than what's on your list of desires. A super burning, hot, flaming desire to be free from all your desires. Can you imagine that? You have to deeply and choose to deeply want to find that which satisfies your soul and liberates you from the desire trap forever. Let yourself burn up in this one desire, and you'll soon be finding a feeling of real peace that soothes your soul all life long. But something to emphasize, something very clear here. The energy of desire is not a bad thing. It just creates a false sensation that you're lacking something. The truth is, none of us are lacking anything. We have everything we need within us. And yes, sure, we may want to pay our bills and clothe our bodies and feed our families, yet these are healthy incentives, which gets us out of the house to greet the world each morning with our gifts and talents. The problem here is not desire, yet our attachment to it. When desire becomes the main juicy carrot that drives our entire purpose for being here on this earth, then the experience of suffering takes over your life. When desire is blinding you from relaxing into yourself, realizing your real spiritual essence, helping you to know how deeply connected you are to the divine, then it is enslaving you instead of serving you. When desire is blinding you from relaxing into yourself, realizing your real spiritual essence, helping you to know how deeply connected you are to the divine, then it is enslaving you instead of serving you. When you make your list of outer desires more important than diving deep into your soul, it is distracting you and causing you to suffer. This life is about learning the art of letting go, how to trust in the releasing process, and feel your soul will carry you on and on and on forever. You must choose to get to know exactly who you are if you're ever to conquer desire and be free. In a cinema show, you can see pictures only in a very dim light or darkness. When all the lights are switched on, the pictures all disappear. So also it is when in the floodlight of the Supreme Self, all objects and desires disappear from admiration. So my invitation for you in this lifetime is to discover that special something that completely liberates you no matter what is going on in your minds. I want you to realize this special something is always within you and that it can instantly transport you beyond all the pain, agony, and suffering that is being created by your mind. It's that one special thing that you can always rely on, no matter what. That will always bring you freedom. A feeling of bliss and deep satisfaction inside will always bring you freedom, no matter what. And a feeling of bliss and deep satisfaction inside. If you are ready to know the great secret to always remaining satisfied with your life, then take one large step back from your list of desires and take one small step into your heart right now. How to step into your heart? How do you do it? Imagine that it's happening. However you visualize it is the right way that will work for you. You could simply place all your focus and attention on your physical beating heart right now, feeling a deep gratitude for its service to your life, and practice growing stronger in this thankful feeling all day long. You could also breathe into your heart, imagining it is opening up like a flower, spreading its petals to the warm, shining sun. The key to this heart-centering exercise is simply awareness. Be aware of when you're lost in the mind and its list of desires. Whenever you catch yourself getting sucked into the head, gently, without guilt, bring your energy back into the heart. One very important secret on this path to enlightenment is not to try stopping the desires from forming in your mind, as this would be counterproductive to life. Your desires are already there. You have been naturally changing and growing with you since you were a baby. They have a life of their own, and until they are satisfied or liberated, they will remain there pulling at you. So I simply invite you to take a step back from your mind and notice your relationship with your desires. Watch it very closely, intimately, and notice what honestly is your mind really, truly desiring. Ask yourself, what do you want more than anything in this life? If you were given one magic wish that would be guaranteed to come true tonight, what would it be? The answer, you find, will reveal what is the real purpose of your life and a root reason why you are here, why all of us are here. What is the greatest experience you are after in your life? Is it possible you can create a feeling that you're arriving there right now? Be open. It might be something you can give yourself instantly instead of running for years after that carrot on the stick. Be aware who is in charge of the relationship you have with your mind. Notice what answers you come up with and don't form any judgment whatsoever. This invitation for you to find freedom from the desiring mind is very life-challenging and a radical task. It is perhaps the most radical and challenging experiment you'll ever take on in your entire life. Yet, try it out just for the next 24 hours. See if you can step back 1 inch from this desiring mind. Call off your horizontal search for happiness and start resting and relaxing into this peaceful, fulfilled, desireless, vertical reality. This means fully being present to the moment, watching each of your desires rise and fall away just for 1 day. Stop the addiction to desire, to the things of this physical world, and rest in your vast spiritual essence. Be free from the mind and be present to that energy consciousness and soul of which you truly are. Outwardness of the mind is suffering. Inwardness is happiness. Maharishi. Outwardness, outside, is suffering. It is so ironic and healing at the same time. Yet when you release your attachment to fulfilling your desires, somehow, in some way, your desires magically manifest for you. When you relax your tight, clenched fist on what you really want, you become a receptive, open hand for your desire to fall into. Whatever you want in this life wants you. The moment you relax into your true spiritual nature and step away from the spinning wheels in your head, you instantly start being the super powerful, supreme manifesting magnet you truly are. You cannot escape from the gravity of universal laws. And the number one law here is that whatever you place your attention on is what you are going to definitely manifest. By allowing your mind to remain addicted and attached to longing for desires, you're simply thinking about what you don't have and manifest more lack and not having. When you relax and focus on your spiritual nature, that which permanently satisfies your soul, you become a magnet and start manifesting what you really want instantly. By simply resting in the simple, soft, sweet essence of your being, you open 10,000 doors that will all take you home. You are most likely taught to believe in the myth that in order to be someone amazing, you have to do something equally amazing. Truth is that you don't have to do anything to tap into feeling your divine nature and infinite spiritual essence. By intimately knowing this is your natural state every day. The old, incessant, desiring habit will drop on its own accord. Just choose to stop over-identifying with the desires in your mind. Redirect your attention to the heart, into that which is desireless. And you'll naturally discover the divine, all-powerful, manifesting intelligence already exists within you as you. And when you finally relax every part of your being, you naturally discover the enlightened being who you truly are. You realize you are already tapped into an infinite creative source of love, joy, and energy. And yes, you are already that special something which you've been longing to become your entire life. You can really, truly call off the search right now because you already are. And it was never out there. It's always been in here. You are the perfect shining light, which not only makes the existence of God's kingdom possible, but also allows it to be seen as some wonderful heaven, or Maharishi. So if you will, go to the place where you will not be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies, head to toe, inside and out. Let everything fall away. Everything. Worries, stresses, fears, anxieties. Because you can ask yourself this, okay, so here's this one. Does this one serve me the greatest good? No. Well, then I don't need to carry it with me. since it started out as a thought anyway, and the thought I gave power, I brought it into reality, moved energy into form, created a reality, and lived that reality. And do we want to carry those things? We know the body's a magnet, and it's not discretionary. It will attract everything and anything. Not necessarily do we, know that, but it's stored in our subconscious mind. It's a big library. It's your personal library. So the best I have found is to sit with each one of the fears, anxieties, worries, and stresses, and then your desires, and you just kind of let them all go. Because in reality, most of us block that which we desire. In other words, we get in our own way. As soon as we step out of our way and we just say, hey, I put my intention out there, all this other stuff really has no meaning. So I'm letting it go. And I'll leave it up to the universe. And the universe will, always does, follow through. As long as I don't step in my own way. I eliminate my stress, my anxiety, my uneasiness, my fear, my worry. Does it make any sense that we exist that way? Because none of us are exempt from it. There's always something, isn't it, that we either we worry about, we stress about, whether it's in the back there somewhere, squeaking out noises, or it's right in front of us. It's literally mastering the actual art of letting go and not having the fear and having total trust in yourself and the universe. Because as soon as you allow the ego mind to come in with that doubt, then you stand in your own way. You stop the flow of the abundance that you're actually stopping you from receiving the abundance that you are, the universe. So once you begin to realize that all this stuff that these bodies carry in the ego mind can be just easily vanished. Once we practice it, we just keep practicing and keep practicing and practicing. You'd be amazed. You find yourself that you really don't desire. That in the moment is where you're at. And in the moment is all you need. The now. And the things that you desire, they just drop away. And then everything opens up and the universe delivers everything. Whatever it is that you're wanting. And the wanting isn't through the ego mind. It is just a feeling. And the funny thing is that all the things that we desire is already ours. But we've been taught for so long that no, it isn't. You have to go out there, get it. Work for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. You'll get it. You got to go out there and get it. And that's not where it's at. It's within us all. It's like a key that you carry around, looking for doors to open outside of yourself. So you picture yourself walking around with this key, trying to figure out what lock does it fit. And you keep looking through your whole life. You have this key, and you keep putting it into the door, trying to figure out which one is going to finally open. to your kingdom of happiness, joy, and bliss. But you never find it. And then you discover that very key is the key to your joy, happiness, and bliss, which is within you. We look everywhere outside of ourselves. Very rarely do we look inside of ourselves to discover the kingdom of God, which is each and every one of us inside these bodies. So remember that key that we all have one, does not fit any lock outside in the material physical world. It fits the lock on the golden-handled door within that body that opens up into the room that the God that you are is located. So when we relax the body and we practice relaxing the body, it's about letting go. It's about letting go of all the things that we accumulate and the desires that we want, want to fulfill. Want. We just let it all go. And then you'll know, because the body gets light. And you're in this beautiful void that you're not thinking, because you're not messing with the mind. You've left the mind and the ego. So none of that chatter and that noise that we all have is there. You're in this beautiful void where you just are being. You aren't doing anything. You're just being. And in that quiet state is when we have the key to open that door, and we walk in and we embrace the God that we are. And rest falls into place. But it's when we leave that and we're constantly out there looking, searching, and seeking for what? What are we doing? Well, we're trying to find something that the ego mind wants. Therefore, we think we want it. And it's through the head. It's not through the heart. Because when you're in the heart, you don't desire. Okay? You don't desire. There's no desire when you're in the heart. Because you are all the love, you are all the bliss and the joy. It's you. So desiring and wanting and needing is eliminated. It isn't there anymore. Now, we focus on our breathing as we should, as much as possible, because the breath is divine positive energy. Why is it divine and positive? The soul enters this body that you're in, powers it up, everything comes online, lungs start producing the oxygen, you start breathing in the oxygen, and it sustains the vessel, the body, that the God, you, are in. So it's divine positive energy. In the physical world, it also focuses us, relaxes us, strengthens us, eases us. So you picture yourself in this void, and outside the void you can see, right? You're watching, that's all. You see this raging storm out there. It's everywhere. Lightning, all kinds of darkness, you name it, it's in this storm. And the storm seems to be perpetual. It doesn't seem to ease up or dissipate. It's constant. So your choice is, do I stay in this beautiful void of deep eternal peace, or do I go out there in that storm? That's the choice that we have in front of us. Do I go out in that storm, or do I stay here in the middle of it, where everything is totally peaceful and serene? Now, we know that the soul enters the body that we're in, right? Body relaxes once you switch over to the heart-mind, and the body relaxes. And we're in total peace. And the body feels real light. And we're listening to our breathing. And we're in the now. And we have stilled the ego mind. And we know that in the body there is a line of lights. And they go from the tailbone to the top of the head. These lights are called chakras. Chakra means wheel. Wheel of light. So these wheels of light, are they solid? Do they, can you pick them up? No. They're spiritual etherical energy. Exactly the same spiritual etherical energy that we are, that the gods within these bodies. So we flow through these conduits, these wheels of light, these etherical energies. And therefore, we know everything there is to know about the whole structure of this body that we're in, right down to the quantum quark. And this whole entire thing allows us to flow 24/7. Motions, organs, blood flow, everything. To see, when we discover who and what we are, when we literally discover who and what we are, then we'll be able to heal these bodies almost instantaneously. And that's amazing. We aren't there yet. But the more we practice going within, the more we will become familiar with these bodies. Now we know that the soul that we are, the God, that we enter these bodies, are the heaven. And we know the bodies are the earth. So we are literally heaven on earth. And every step we take, we are creating paradise. Those of us that are consciously aware that we're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. So we're heaven on earth. Every step we take, we're creating paradise, and we're shining our light consciously, which means that the light affects you. Each of us affects millions of others on this planet. You see the impact. And this is always through the heart mind. It's a transcending. And to know this 24/7. So we're creating a God planet paradise and a new earth. And it isn't wishful thinking. It isn't the old world, the old earth. It is here and now. And we are becoming more and more consciously aware of this. If you were to go in outer space and look at this planet, you would notice right away that it really glows very brightly, with all the gods consciously aware, shining their light consciously. And then you notice that all the lights in the universe that are around are all dim compared to this planet. Now, we know that there are parts of us, the gods that we are, that are asleep. They're unconscious. They're with us all the time, but they don't hear us. They don't participate in the meditations because they're asleep. So we direct to the parts of us that are awake. And that's all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And their numbers are in gigaplexes. One gigaplex fills this universe with not even a sacred square inch of space available. And these are trillions of gigaplexes from trillions of universes from every direction. That's all the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. It's all ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thought, Yahweh, Yeshua. All the off-worlders, galactics, and celestials. It's all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes we've inhabited. All the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath her. All those parts of all the gods that we are, no matter what the physical form that we are housed in, consciously aware that we're of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We're all together with no illusion of separation. Now, light energy beings like on this planet, they come in shapes, color, sizes, forms, configurations, but we don't see them because of the eyes that we have. We only see in one light spectrum. We see 1% of what is. Now, we are familiar with a small amount, small number, and that's the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. Now, the archangels, they're a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. We don't see them like we see each other. But they come in all kinds of disguises. They're always coming in different disguises. And we meet with them quite a bit. A lot of the times it doesn't dawn on us, but other times it really does. And after our interaction with them, it comes from the heart, mind, and the God within us that it was an angel. And then you feel this kind of euphoric feeling. Bliss from within, it comes to the surface. And they have a message that they always deliver, but it's delivered in just numerous ways. And the message it boils down to being is that isn't it absolutely magna-glorious, stupendous, spectacular to be alive in these bodies? And that is bliss, and that is understanding, recognizing who and what we truly are. Now, they can surround any one of us at any one time in the tens of thousands of numbers because their vibrational frequency, they can hold a large number in a small area. If you'd like them to surround you, ask them. They will, and that's bliss. The ascended masters, they've mastered physical, ascending into physical, out of physical, holding pure consciousness, God form. We have ascended into physical, but we are mastering physical, creating our experiences to perfect our creation. Now, the off-worlders, the galactics, and the celestials, over 1,000 species travel through the solar system every single day. Trillions from the universes every single day. And we're familiar with a very small number of them. There's the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, felines, the Reticuli, the Anunnaki, Nords, Greys, Draco, Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, Avian, many, many, many more. This particular group has been assisting us in our evolution. In our enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And all of us, consciously aware to a certain extent, arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. We're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God Force Love Light energy continues to intensify and continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates from the God Force Love Light energy within each and every single one of us.
It's 2 o'clock.
It is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take 1 billion trillion suns to even come close to its brightness. And this is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace is flooding this planet. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, on it, in it, above it, and below it. 24/7. You can tap into it anytime you choose. Move into the heart, and there it will be. Now we begin to ascend above the planet, and we're immediately met by this massive ocean of glitter. And it is flashing countless rays of light everywhere. It's like the ballroom globe with the mirrors, except it's a trillion times more intense and much more massive, flashing colors that we've never seen before everywhere. So we go to the point of reflection. We notice these little tiny, perfectly etched mirrors. So we enter them, and we see all of us are teaching and learning. Learning and teaching. We're both. So it doesn't matter, who comes into your life or what. It could be a squirrel. It could be a bear, a horse, a beetle, a moth. It could be anything. But we're always learning. We're always teaching, and we're always learning. It's phenomenal. We don't not do this. We do it all the time. We just don't pay any attention to it, which is really not a good idea. Because everything you experience is part of you. You just don't know it. And it's also part of the journey of discovering of who and what you are. We're immediately met by the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that we are the power of healing. We were then met by the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column of light that we created to remind us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We were then met with a white fire. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with a white fire armor. Nothing like the armor on this planet. Much more advanced. We are protected 24/7. It emanates from the God Force Love Light energy within each and every one of us. No lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies, no attachments, no demon possessions. They can't get near us when our frequency is high and this armor is fully displayed. They'll vaporize, so they leave us alone. They stay away. Doesn't dissipate, doesn't weaken, can't be manipulated, cannot be deceived or seduced. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, through hatred, greed, anger, fear, worry, stress, envy, hurriedness, rushing, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. You do this consciously or unconsciously. If you do decide to do it, you're immediately met with a double column of light. The first one is the purple transmuting flame. We created this to remind us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutralized substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are no more. We are then right behind that met with the violet ray. There's a column of light that we created that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor and restoring our vibrational harmony to the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met by the golden, pink, white light This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that the gods within these bodies are the sun, sunlight, rain, rainbows. The sun sets, the sun rises. The oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. The soils, the trees, the forests, the mountains. We are everything, and everything is us. So the next time you do see or view a sunset or a sunrise or a starry-lit night sky or an ocean front or a rainbow, it is the God within you. You're the majesty, the divineness, the beauty, the grace. It's you. Always has been, always will be, ever beyond and forever. You see a leaf on a tree, it is you. You see a bug crawling on the pavement, it is you, the God that you are. You see the connection, you see the understanding. You experience it through the heart-mind. And this planet will truly be a divine God planet paradise. We continue to ascend above the planet and as we do, some of us step outside our physical form and hover effortlessly above it. If we're carrying a physical form. And why do we do this? Well, it's because we can. We come in full contact with this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's massive. It's larger than the solar system. It's beyond that. In the center of the column, we see this magnificent oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is this golden white ball of light, and it is surrounded by numerous multicolored rings of light. And we notice that they're all sending out this mist. It's electrical, magical, sparkling, shimmering. And it embraces us and absorbs into us. And it is like a warm embrace that never ends. And the golden white bowl of light is the highest of the highest, highest, deepest of the deepest, deepest, purest of the purest, purest, eternal love. And then we have gratitude, peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, well-being, great wealth, tranquility, abundance, prosperity, benevolence. It's never ending. And then we discover that it is a reflection of the gods housed in these bodies. All of it is. Now, at the top of this column, we designed it so the golden ocean could come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing right now, flooding, saturating, and bathing all of us, head to toe, inside and out, whether we're awake or asleep. All animals, highest supreme, all life, highest supreme value in the universe, non-stop. And this golden ocean is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest, deepest, and the purest of the purest, purest, eternal love. And it's flooding us. Now we are all drops of this golden ocean, and we also hold the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean is drops of the golden ocean. The only illusion is separation. We continue to ascend, and we come into full contact with our meditative sphere. It's at center circle. We all created this sphere moving towards 4 years ago. It holds over 1,600 of our meditations in perpetual motion. These meditations don't dissipate. They don't fade out. They do the opposite. They continue to intensify and they continue to expand. All this intent through the heart-mind of full liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. You can feel these meditations through the heart-mind. We are literally being saturated with this deep eternal love of that which we are. I do not know whether I was then a man dreaming I was a butterfly, or whether I am now a butterfly dreaming I am a man. Chang's-du. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out.
Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. Have you ever noticed how your mind is a relentless thinking, striving, and demanding machine? It is always busy, always attempting to create a new you. The ironic thing is that with all of this busyness, there's never enough time to stop and experience the real infinite you. And randomly today, be aware of the entertaining thoughts your mind focuses upon. Whatever your stories are about, your past and future, do not buy into them. For today, see how long you can actually remain in the present moment of now. And let your mind totally relax. What will it take until all your internal dialogue stops and the suffering is released? Your body-mind will naturally find this peaceful relaxation when you are giving 100% of yourself to this experience of life, right here, right now. We will be back here tomorrow, October 15th, Friday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our Global Guided Meditation call. And tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern to continue our Reverse Aging Health call.